everybody, Des Stalker here. So I am going to take you on a road that I have traveled on probably hundreds of times, and it's called Ridge Road, and it runs in Stoner Creek Mountain off to Grimsby and Beansville area. And it's really nice. For driving, it's not a bad road, but the views you get are just spectacular because you're at the edge of the escarpment looking out over the lake in the lower area. This is the area where I first started riding motorcycles. Way back in the 1980s. I still remember those days back in March when I got my new bike, got my beginner's license, and froze my ass riding the bike for a week trying to get to the break-in period. Growing up, there was a lot of fruit orchards in this area. Unfortunately, a lot of them have been taken down for development. This is actually one of the few that are left. That big crater there is what's called the Devil's Punch Bowl. It's a small waterfall that's just eroded over years, but it's, you know, a 200-foot drop. And it looks like somebody's dropped a crap load of gravel here. Wow. Wow. Camera can pick it up. There's actually a lot. But this camera won't pick up the great views, but it's very, very nice. It's a little hazy today. Yesterday was a gorgeous day, I just didn't have time to get out here. But on a clear day, you can actually see right across to Toronto. And they actually have pull-offs in various spots, so you can actually stop and take a look. This road is a little on the long side, so I'm probably going to break it down into 2, maybe 3 videos. It is actually very hazy today. Okay. Kind of a blind spot here to get on. The lake's actually pretty flat. We actually do get some pretty good storms in Lake Ontario. There's one thing about the Great Lakes is that people think they're lakes, so they're not that bad, but there's several thousand shipwrecks out there that can prove them wrong. And in fact, a couple weeks ago they discovered a ship that had sunk in the 1840s, completely preserved. Probably had nailed somebody for speeding and was just finishing up the paperwork. Actually, when I used to, the bike shop I used to race out of, which isn't there anymore, used to be just below it here in Stony Creek, and this actually used to be the way I used to come home after a night of working on the race bikes. It also was an area where I used to test out race bikes once in a while when I had to make certain things were working before I went to the track. But we won't talk about that. But just absolutely spectacular views. If you have someone who likes to ride two up with you or whatnot, it's really good for the passengers because they get to take a really good look at the whole area. And the nice thing is, because this is at the edge of the escarpment, there's usually a draft of cool air coming up here. Again, like back in the 80s, this was like literally being out in the sticks. There was like nothing out here. Actually, even below the escarpment, there was not a lot of houses. Like this is Stony Creek below us now. I see that some of the old houses have been torn down and they're building some bigger ones in their place. And they're also building new houses. This area is also under what's called the Niagara Escarpment Commission, which sort of protects development. So it's the reason why you don't see subdivisions up here, is they're just not allowed. Wow. Property obviously for sale, so someone can build their next giant home. This is actually just a nice place to go for a nice relaxing ride. Unfortunately, this is again all the surveyed area, so the roads tend to be pretty straight and narrow, which kind of suck. But like I say, we have very few really twisty roads in this area. This is McNeely Road, which is one of the accesses that goes down below the escarpment. The accesses that go down in this area are very twisty. They're short, but they're very steep and twisty, so they're nice if you want to go up and down them. Like, you get what you can get.